See, in the glycolysis we have got two, two molecules of NADH2 and 4 ATPs. Out of 4 ATP we are invested 2 ATPs, so we should remove 2 ATP. Therefore we have got only 2 ATP and 2 molecules of NADH2 we have got in the glycolysis. Remember this, in glycolysis we have got 2 molecules of NADH2 and 2 molecules of ATP. See, by the end of glycolysis, this glucose is converted into pyruvic acid or pyruvate, and conversion of this pyruvic acid into acetyl coenzyme process is known as oxidative decarboxylation. And in this process we have got 1 NADH2. In the glycolysis we have got 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So for 1 pyruvic acid 1 NADH2, 2 pyruvic acid 2 NADH2. Therefore total in oxidative decarboxylation we have got 2 molecules of NADH2. Remember this. And this acetyl coenzyme enters into the Krebs cycle, and in this Krebs cycle we have got 3, see, here 1 NADH2, here 1 NADH2 and here 1 NADH2. Therefore 3 NADH2 and 1 FADH2. Remember this. And 1 GTP. See, remember 3 molecules of NADH2, 1 molecule of FADH2 sorry, and 1 molecule of GTP. See, pyruvic acid, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid and brings into acetyl coenzyme A. I wrote only 1 pyruvic acid, therefore 1 we have got only 3. We are getting 2 molecules of pyruvic acid after completion of glycolysis. So these 2 molecules of pyruvic acid enter into the glycolysis, therefore we should multiply with 2. I wrote only 1 pyruvate, so only 3 we have got, and another we have got 2 molecules of pyruvic acid in glycolysis. That 2 molecules also enter into the Krebs cycle. From 1 molecule of pyruvic acid we are getting 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP. We are from Krebs cycle we are getting 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So these 2 molecules will enter into the Krebs cycle, and finally after the end of 2 molecules of pyruvic acid after entering into the Krebs cycle we are getting 6 NADH2, 3 from 1 pyruvic acid, 3 from 1 pyruvic acid. Therefore 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, therefore 6 NADH2, 2 FADH2 and 2 GTP, and this 1 GTP is equal to 1 ATP, and therefore this 2 GTP is equal to 2 ATPs. We should remember this. After completion of Krebs cycle we are getting 6 molecules of NADH2, 2 molecules of FADH2 and 2 GTP. In Krebs cycle, in oxidative phosphorylation we are getting 2 molecules of NADH2, and in glycolysis we are getting 2 molecules of NADH2 and 2 molecules of ATP. Remember this. And in the ETC we won't get any NADH2 or ATP, and here this FADH2 is broken down into proton and electrons, and finally here by oxidative phosphorylation process this protons will changes into the ATP. See now how many ATPs and ADPs we are got. In glycolysis we are got 2 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADH2, and this NADH2, 2 molecules of NADH, 1 NADH2 is equal to 3 ATPs, therefore 2 molecules of NADH2, therefore 6 ATPs. Finally from glycolysis we are getting 8 ATPs, and next cycle is the decarboxylation of pyruvic acid, where pyruvic acid converted into acetyl coenzyme A. In this process we won't get any ATP, but we get 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, 2 molecules because 1 pyruvic acid changing into the 1 acetyl coenzyme A, then we get 1 NADH2, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid changing into the acetyl coenzyme A, then we are getting 2 molecules of NADH2, therefore 1 NADH2 is equal to 3 ATPs. Therefore after decarboxylation of phosphoric acid we will get 6 molecules of ATP. And in Krebs cycle we are getting 3 molecules of NADH2 for 1 pyruvic acid, and from glycolysis we are getting 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, and this 2 molecules of pyruvic acid enter into the Krebs cycle. Therefore from 1 pyruvic acid we are getting 3 NADH2, therefore 2 molecules, therefore we should multiply into 2, and from 1 pyruvic acid we are getting 1 FADH2, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, therefore we should multiply with 2, therefore 2 FADH2 and 6 NADH2, and 1 NADH2 is equal to the 3 ATPs, therefore 3 to the 6 NADH2s we are getting, therefore 6 into the 3 means 18 ATPs from this NADH2 we are getting in Krebs cycle, and 1 FADH2 is equal to the 2 molecules of ATP. In Krebs cycle we are getting 2 molecules of FADH2, therefore 2 molecules into 2 molecules, therefore 4 molecules of ATP we are getting from FADH2, and 2 molecules of and 1 GTP were got, and 1 GTP is equal to the 1 ATP. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, therefore 2 GTP, therefore 2 ATP. Finally, from the Krebs cycle, we are getting 18 ATPs from FADH2 and 4 ATPs from FADH2. Sorry, 18 ATPs from NADH2, 4 ATPs from FADH2, and 2 GTP, therefore 2 ATPs. Totally, after completion of Krebs cycle, where Krebs cycle breaking down into NADH2, all this NADH2 breaks into ATP, then we will get 24 molecules of ATP. From in aerobic respiration, where glycolysis is the first step, here glucose broke down into the pyruvic acid. Next step is the decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. Here pyruvic acid breakdown into the acetyl coenzyme A. Next, this acetyl coenzyme A enters into the Krebs cycle, and here it changes into the acetyl coenzyme A, and cycle continues. And all this process we have got totally 38 ATPs, 8 from glycolysis, 24 from Krebs cycle, and 6 from deoxylation of pyruvic acid. But out of this 38 ATPs, this glycolysis step takes place in the cytoplasm, and in this glycolysis we are getting 2 molecules of NADH2, and this NADH2 is impermeable to the mitochondria. From cytoplasm it should enter into the mitochondria. For this pumping of NADH2 from cytoplasm into the mitochondria, it requires energy. Therefore, we are investing 1 molecule of ATP. For 1 NADH2, we are investing 1 ATP. In glycolysis, which takes place in the cytoplasm, we are getting 2 molecules of NADH2. And these 2 molecules of NADH2 should enter into the mitochondria. And NADH2 is impermeable to the mitochondria. To pump this, we should invest energy, and that is ATP. For pumping of 2 molecules of NADH2 which is produced from glycolysis, which takes place in the cytoplasm, should enter into the mitochondria. So we given 2 ATPs, and that ATP should be removed. Therefore, out of 38, we should remove 2 ATPs, and finally we get 36 ATPs. After completion of respiration by the aerobic respiration, we get only 36 ATPs. 8 from glycolysis, 24 from Krebs cycle, and 6 from decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. Total 38. Out of 38, this glycolysis, where NADH2, 2 molecules of NADH2 is produced, takes place in cytoplasm. From cytoplasm, it should enter into the mitochondria. For this transportation, we required energy. Therefore, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, therefore 2 molecules of ATP are removed. Therefore, only 36 ATP we got after end of all this aerobic respiration. But in anaerobic respiration, we got only 2 molecules of ATP. See, anaerobic respiration, here glycolysis is the first common step for this also. Here glucose breaks down into the pyruvic acid, and in this process 2 molecules of NADH2 is produced. Later on, this pyruvic acid in bacteria, in some bacteria, where in bacteria anaerobic respiration takes place, because oxygen is not available in bacteria, so aerobic respiration won't take place. It takes place anaerobic respiration, where the pyruvic acid should break down into the ethanol, and ethanol is the energy for that bacteria. And in this process, NADH2 molecule which is produced in this glycolysis is lost. So the final ATP is the only ATP, because in glycolysis we got 2 ATPs and 2 molecules of NADH2, and these 2 molecules of NADH2 is lost to convert this pyruvic acid into ethanol, and finally we are getting only 2 molecules of ATP. In our body also, anaerobic respiration takes place during exercise in some muscles, and during exercise like etc., we should require more energy. We lost energy in that conditions. Aerobic respiration won't take place. It takes place anaerobic respiration, and here also this pyruvic acid should convert into the lactic acid, and for conversion, this 2 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADH2 which we got in the glycolysis, out of this 2 molecules of NADH2 is lost to produce this lactic acid, and only 2 molecules is the net product of this anaerobic respiration. But for aerobic respiration, it takes place in glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and all this process we are getting 38 ATP. Out of this 38 ATPs, glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm, and NADH2 is produced in the cytoplasm. This cytoplasm should enter into the mitochondria, where this NADH2 should break down into the ATP. So it should transfer from cytoplasm to the mitochondria, and in this process, which is NADH2 is impermeable to the mitochondria. So to pump this, we should require energy. For this energy, ATP is consumed. For 1 NADH2, 1 ATP. Therefore, 2 molecules of NADH2 from glycolysis should pump into the mitochondria. Therefore 2 ATP is lost. Out of 38 ATP which is produced from aerobic respiration, 2 ATP is lost to pump this 2 NADH2 produced from glycolysis to enter into the mitochondria, which is produced in cytoplasm, should enter into the mitochondria. In this process energy is required and this 2 ATP is consumed. So we should remove 2 ATPs out of 38 ATPs. And finally, after completion of this aerobic cycle, aerobic respiration, we get only 36 ATPs, and 36 ATPs is the net product of this aerobic respiration.